As everybody gets quiet.
Shh, quiet now. Shh.
So
Should we
you
roll
guys
this way?
had a few good weeks of downtime. You guys got to do a little shopping montage. You got to get some of those crits healed up. Let me clear the pool here.
So how long were we down through all this? How many weeks?
So I could give you the chance to pay for additional healing if you wanted to go to a dock to try to get a third crit healed. How about that?
Oh, I forgot I did get 2 of them off.
I mean,
The other one has.
For the low
The
price
doctor
of
at the
800
arms dealer.
credits, you could try to get another one of your crits taken care of.
800 credits. Good Lord.
I think
If
that's
you
what it was
want,
last time.
if you want more than 2 ranks of medicine, you could always pay an extra 100 credits to get 3 ranks in medicine.
Sorry, I was talking on mute apparently. I'll pay the 800.
You have a crit?
No, I'll pay the 800 for you.
Oh, I got money. I would pay it. I just giving him a hard time.
I mean, if you choose to go into this with all of those crits on you, that's a choice you make.
No, I've already had the 2 active crits removed. So I've just got the third one that if we were down for 3 weeks, I would go ahead and get that removed.
Okay, are you looking to get a doctor to go ahead and patch you up for that?
It's a 2 purple crit.
2 purple crits.
Only pay on success, right?
That's not how HMOs work. So you're gonna get the doctor that's got 2 ranks of medicine, then, right?
Sure.
You're not gonna.
So you went to an HMO.
You're not gonna pony up a little more for a better doctor? I mean, you got access to the galaxy's best medicine.
That's fine. It'll be fine.
Okay, and you said it was 2 purple?
Yep.
Did you want to burn one of your 2 light side before I make that roll?
Well, I haven't even rolled yet, so let me.
That would be your roll that we're missing. That's why I suggested. Hey,
How about 2 more?
4 and
How about
4. We have half and half.
How about 2 more? So let's go ahead.
Okay, you basically talked well to the doctor, as the doctor easily took care of that third crit you had.
All right. I'm all clean again for now.
Clean, that's what the kids call it these days.
See how long it lasts. Jim's gunning for me.
Oh. I know nothing of what you speak of. You merely chose to put yourself in the Mando life.
I don't know what you're
the
talking
Mando
about.
life. Mando life chose me.
So, any new special things you guys have purchased with your well-earned earnings?
Well, I purchased my new heavy blaster rifle, Metzelai, and I've purchased a Z6 jetpack, and that's about it.
I purchased the Rocket Magno boots combination, and a new rifle, as well as a utility belt, load-bearing gear, modded out the gun, and you know what? I gotta double check that all those things are recorded on my snap.
So Kelly, that's because I know you have money to spare, but one thing to remember is you have to spend an additional 10% to have the gun modded for you.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'll take off an additional 100 to pay because I was using Og dudes to add up the totals.
Yeah.
So
So you're basically paying someone to do the mod for you rather than doing it yourself. It's much
'Cause we-
cheaper to pay someone to do it.
Yep. Much less
Ooh.
risk of failure considering I have no ranks and 2 green.
So I got here we go. So I did not get a jetpack. I added the repulsor pack mod to the armor along with the boots, Magna boots. And then I'm loading up my Relby pistols for a sidearm.
Did you buy that not Beskar, the
Well, no,
Because
because we have to have jetpacks and stuff with the mission that we chose, so that's on the back burner.
gotcha.
well, you don't have to have jetpacks. You just need to make sure to not fail any coordination checks, and
So, like I said, we put it on the back burner.
back burner, just like a jetpack.
Ah,
Where'd they go?
What's that?
I bought the Magno Grip boots and the Z6 jetpack. I also went ahead and got jetpack expertise for myself, and I hope that helps me. And sidestep.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm trying to work my way down that half of the chain because it's got skills I want.
Yeah, there's some good stuff on there. If I didn't have so many good directions I want to go in, I would pursue that myself.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm like interested in improved armor master.
Yep. Yeah, just one thing to keep in the back of your mind, Golda, is that unfortunately, because that is a universal skill tree, you cannot buy one of your career specializations off of that tree.
Right.
the hell.
and Jeff, you've been quiet. What did you do with all your ill-gotten gains?
Absolutely nothing. I'm still
What?
saved up. I spent all of my EXP, but I have not spent my money.
What? You're totally saving up to buy yourself a retirement moon, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
So you're just gonna chance it in space. All right.
You don't need a jetpack. You can just jump and pray as you float through the space all ballet-like.
Jeff, what we're trying to say is you should hurry up and buy a jetpack before Jim says going once, going twice, sold, the mission starting.
Yeah, okay, I'll buy a jetpack.
Or you can just get the cheaper rocket boots, but that's me.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
get
the armor mod.
something and do it now.
Okay. How much is a jetpack?
4,500 for the base one.
Yep, that's the jetpack that does not have a rocket launcher. And yes, if you totally want, you can buy the remote control to let you pilot it like Mando does.
At the moment, I'll just take the base model.
20 some 2400 or whatever for the armor mod. And
Doesn't that eat
do
up
not want to spend so much money.
some hard points though?
Yeah, 2 hard
Yeah,
points.
2.
That's a lot of hard points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
I would much rather just have a jetpack I can take off.
Yeah, but it's not too encumbrance.
3. Well, okay. The Z6 is 3. Yeah. The other one's 2.
Yeah, I believe the Z6 has the bigger missile too.
Yep.
It's got the breach missile, doesn't it?
Yep.
Now our Mandalorians are looking snazzy with their jetpacks and extra ordnance.
Exactly.
I think I'm the only one without a jetpack.
No, Dave doesn't have a jetpack. He has the mod for his armor.
And Kelly, what upgrades did you go for?
Team Rocket Magna boots, new and gun. As well as
So
I actually spent all my talent points, or my points, and I spent a large chunk of money.
Or which gun did you go for?
The back over. HBT4 hunting blaster.
Ah. Did you get it decked out with any special mods?
As a matter of fact, I did. It's got the Mandalorian chamber and a magnetic tether.
Oh. So you want to make sure not to get disarmed just like Golda.
And eventually I'll be taking quick draw.
Because quick draw is the best thing ever.
So, wait, you didn't already buy the quick draw mod?
No, I don't have enough points.
What do you mean points? Money?
Cash.
Credits?
Talent.
No, it's something you can get as a mod for your gun count.
Yeah.
The magnetic
You don't have to.
tether
I thought it was for the quick draw on the chart, on the sheet.
On
No,
the talent. That's a quick draw that you can use all the time. What they're talking about is the magnetic tether. If you pay extra, it can be upgraded to shoot straight to your hand super fast.
I will totally pay for extra.
100 credits.
100? Okay. Yeah. So it's got with quick draw.
So put that in your qualities. Oh no, don't put it in your qualities. Put it in your features.
Talent quick draw mod.
Yep.
Yeah, under your features.
Yep.
Features.
And I changed. I didn't actually buy the Railby. I bought the DE10 blaster pistol.
Oh, so you guys are decked out in some nice shiny new gear.
It's expensive, but it's a long range pistol.
My 4 pistols on my list that I want to get one of are the Model 1, the H7, the X30, and the C10.
Yeah, this is the DE10 blaster pistol, long range, damage 6 with accurate and stun setting, and reduces difficulty of combat checks made at long range and extreme range by 1. And adds a blue to checks to make repairs to it, and removes blacks for repair checks for minor repairs. So
because it wants to be played with.
Yeah, the real goodie that I want to get is the H7 equalizer, but it has a rarity of 8, so finding it's going to be a bitch. With a blaster actuating module, custom grip, and Mandalorian chamber on it.
combat action grip. No.
Right?
Dun, dun, dun.
Fully decked out, it'll cost, before paying the 10% for the mods, 3,550.
Such expensive toys.
Oh no, some of the other ones I'm looking at, like the Nova Viper, that's a $6,000 decked out, and the X30 Lancer and the C10 Dragoneye are both $7,500 decked out before adding the 10%. Expansive.
expensive, but worth it if it saves your life.
Exactly.
And if you kill all them before they can kill you, that counts as saving your life.
Right.
I mean, and shooting is your business.
And business is good.
Kind of got to get good toys.
Weapons are part of your religion.
True story.
All right, I'm all set. Oh.
Likewise.
Okay, there you guys are sitting in your ship flying through space as your employee's got you on the phone as he's squawking on there. This little Twi'lek by the name of Yara. She's also known sometimes as the Salvage Queen. She's just saying, "When are you gonna get here to Ord Mantell? I've got this derelict CIS battleship dragged here to the graveyard. Unfortunately, I've lost 2 teams who have gone in there so far of my scavengers. And no one else will go in there until I have some real hard cases like you guys to clean this place out." And she's all super agitated. And you see her pick up, she's got 2 comms in her hands, and she's talking to you guys through the holo display, and she's yelling at one group on one comm and turns to the other comm and yells at another group, having basically 3 conversations at once.
Damn, lady.
Nice.
I need you to go to the graveyard, contact my protocol droid that's still plugged in there, and I promise you, if you're able to get in there and lock the place down and make sure it is safe enough for my next scavengers, and she yells into one of her comms, "I told you, do not tell the Empire what's going on here. They will just blow up the wreckage. We don't want that." And then she looks back at you guys, shaking her fists with her comms, and says, "I will pay your crew 16,000 credits."
Are there any tertiary objectives?
I need you to go inside there. If you can find any of my salvage crews, that's great. If not, I've already paid out the death benefits to their family members. And I want to make sure that you get any of the computer cores intact. Those things are worth their weight in starships. And no explosives. I don't want you blowing up part of the ship that we're trying to salvage.
Only if it's necessary.
And she yells into other comm. As you can see, she's got her receivers in both her ears, and she's like, "No, there's no ghosts from the Clone Wars on there. I can promise you that." And she throws down the communications device that bounces off the table with the hologram display. "So, are you professional enough to take care of this, or do you need me to hold you by the lecou?"
Are there going to be other idiots in our way? Who are you talking to?
Well, unfortunately, I've lost 2 salvage crews to this ship. They've gone on there and they've gone dark. So I don't know if maybe the idiots didn't bring good vacuum suits with them or what, but apparently they've all gone dark. My protocol droid is still locked into the main airlock, currently sitting there out exposed to space, but communicating relays that, yes, CD has the door open. If you go to the airlock he's at, he can open the door for you, and he can probably inform you exactly what he's told me, that there's intermittent power sources across the station, and there's possible life forms, but there's echoes due to the open sections of the ship to space, as well as some small animal life forms that they picked up before the sensors went dark.
I just want to say this is how every sci-fi horror movie starts.
If you can bring some of my crew back, that will be great. How about this? For every 5 of them you find, I will give you 2,000 credits.
She only
Oh,
sent
we'll
6
do
of them
that.
up there, 3 in each group.
All right. Can I
Somebody get
assume
that
I
in writing.
fixed the 2 strain on the ship in the interim time?
I will give you that you did that.
It bugs me.
So we're
All right.
looking for weapons cores or data drives.
All right. We'll get that all taken care of for you.
Uh-huh.
Excellent. That's why I'm hiring some hardheads like you to go take care of the job as needed.
Coordinates?
And she immediately pops up the coordinates and she says, and if something goes wrong, because the previous 2 crews I dropped off myself there, if something goes wrong, I am parked only an hour away in my own ship here with my droids. So if you need some kind of backup or something, I can definitely provide you for a small fee, extrication off the battle cruiser.
I'm sure that won't be the case, but all right. You good?
Good.
Jeez.
Yara's totally appreciating the fact that you're super competent and good at what you do.
All right. Well, let's punch in cords and get the heck on
Get
the
out of
road.
here.
Okay, so easily when you put in the coordinates, you see the solar system map of Ord Mantell pop up, and there's this asteroid belt on one side, and what they call the salvage strip on the other side. It's one of those Lagrange points that have a nice stable gravity place. So if they park stuff there, it just stays.
Excuse me.
God bless you.
Thank you. You just blew my brains out.
As clearly she's translated you the legal documents to allow you to board the ship as salvage because it's currently claimed, and totally gives you this little clip of the basic outline of a really bad, think the desk star schematics of a CIS battleship there, with tons of like red glowing sections that doesn't give you really any information other than the little bit where it shows there's a airlock where the protocol droid is sitting there exposed to space, plugged into the little data port and not on the actual station itself, just standing tethered with its magnetic boots to the ramp.
Aw.
And it totally gives you the coordinates for the communications device that the protocol droid has.
Cool.
So if you'd like to contact them, they will totally answer.
Yeah, let's get somebody on the horn before we just go landing in there and ask them what the status is in the airlock currently.
Whoever wants to do the talkie.
Not it.
Oh, you don't want me doing the talkie.
Who are
Not
our
even there,
more
you're gonna piss off the droid.
Who are our more talkie people?
You all
I mean,
talk
define
fine.
talkie. What skill are you looking for?
It's going to
charm,
be
coercion.
Yeah, it's going to be
charm
any
is
of
2
those.
green. My coercion is 2 green. My negotiation is 2 green.
So
Are we
Jeff,
Anybody here seeing a
Jeff,
Anybody
I
having
see
a
a
higher
pattern.
than 2 green?
Jeff,
Not
we
it.
have
I mean, what we're looking for is people with good presence or willpower.
That sounds about right.
Yep. Anybody?
All of that's better than my 1 charm. I have 2 coercion if we want to, like piss them off and threaten them. I'm 2 deception as well.
Jim,
1
can
leadership.
I use leadership to talk to him?
Sure.
All right, fine. I'll do a leadership then.
You open up the comm channel.
Yep.
This
Attention.
is difficult. Protocol Slicer Droid DC-47. You're contacting me on my master's private channel. Obviously, you have been sent as backup. Your assistance is much appreciated. Please get me off this floating wreckage before I become part of it.
Thank you, DC-47. Can you give us a current status on the primary airlock? Are there any enemies we need to worry about? How is the airlock? What is the condition of the airlock?
Currently, may I have your designation, please?
My
I'll call
designation
you.
is Drish.
Drish. Excellent, Drish. I'm glad you joined the Union. I would like to say the airlock is excellently intact, and I have actually been able to slice its controls and within a 20-meter radius have access to the facilities. So it is fairly safe, except currently I am exposed to the vastness, desolateness, and cold waste of space, which is not safe at all. If you'd be willing to come here and dock with the port, I would be much appreciated for the assistance. My master required me to stay on board, so it is not a derelict. It is still currently under claim.
We'll be there shortly.
If you speak with my master, tell Yara in her infinite wisdom she chose wisely to leave me here, for I am still intact.
We'll pass that along.
And do you have an ETA when you'll be here?
Pilot, do we have an ETA?
Yeah, that long.
That long.
Okay. Should be there in like
So-
3 hours.
Okay.
Hey, I need to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
Roger, roger. So 3 hours.
Oh, excellent. I'll wait as you take the 3-hour tour around Ord Mantell. What's the worst that could happen? Oh my.
So, Dave, are you the pilot?
Yeah.
What's your
I mean,
piloting?
That was my plan. I mean, I'm.
Now that you can see again?
I mean, that's kind of why I went all what I did. So 2 green, 2 yellow.
Hmm.
I mean, I've been piloting us so far.
Well,
Right,
you were passed
are-
out the last time. So
Are you usurping me or what? I mean,
no. No, I for space piloting, I've only got 5 green. I mean, no, trust me, because I was like, because the last time, remember, you couldn't fly. That's why I was
yeah,
like,
well,
yeah. So no, I'm
Yeah.
more than happy to let you fly. Trust me. I would much prefer to be in a gunning seat.
yeah. Well,
Everybody
so would I
keeps
would
looking
prefer that as well.
at your visor, seeing if your eyes have changed color or not.
Oh, I'm sure I would have got that repaired at some point. I'm gonna go around with banged up and holy armor. It doesn't work in space very well, obviously. Like, we're gonna step off the ship. Oh shit! I forgot I had a hole in my head.
Whoops.
Well, it's a lot bigger now.
All right. So Dave pilots us up to said ship.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Welcome back.
Back.
Perfect timing. So, do me a favor. Who's going to give me the astrogation?
I believe that's me as well with a 4 green.
Okay. Thankfully, you've got a beacon that's pointing you right where the wreckage is in a nice contained little quadrant, since it's legal salvage. And there is going to be a black dice because of the debris around there, because not so everybody is neat and clean about picking up their ships if they strip all the good stuff.
See how they are.
Go ahead and mix your roll when you're ready.
All right.
All right. So you have no problem setting the course and popping out. You get that crack out of a quick hyperspace jump. Go ahead and take the one strain, just because we want to start off with a little exhaustion here.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus, I can't roll below 90 for nothing. Okay.
And we'll definitely have a better target for the destination, and with all that, maybe even reduce the time spent calculating.
Okay, so you get there even faster than 3 hours, as all of a sudden you hear on that radio comm channel, "Oh, by the makers, is that you out there? Please tell me it's you and not scrappers coming to take my servos."
We're still 15 minutes out. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Yes, indeed, it is us.
So droids can know fear.
If you can find my tracking beacon, you can find the airlock that you can connect to save me. Save me. It's what the master would want.
I cannot save you. I
know.
can't even save myself.
Wow.
Mandalorian Norwegian death metal. Okay, so you guys see that there's a bunch of beacon buoys out there cordoning off areas, and they got like mild repulsor lifts, so they push the garbage from spreading too much out of where they should. But you see the CIS cruisers kind of like doing the slow pancake pirouette, really slow from whoever parked it there. Gives it that slightly ominous spaciness when you look at it. You hear that doom as it rotates. It looks like it has been blasted to holy hell, but it looks intact. It's got lots of holes going in one side and out another, but it seems structurally intact. And you do see the occasional lit up window telling you it's got some power running on it somewhere. Any more than that, I'm going to require some rolls. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Dead silence of space.
What kind of rules are we talking?
Well, I mean, what do you want to do?
I mean, you can percept, or you can computer, or I can computer, or.
But see, I'm not good at any of those things, so I'm waiting for someone who.
I want to percept.
Okay, so you're gonna give it a good eyeballing.
Yep, I figure the Mach 1 my eyeball that I contain is great. I'm going to do a little look-see.
Go ahead and give me your perception. And you
She's
do have destiny points too, don't forget.
She's over there.
I found some threats.
She's over there licking the window.
You look so hard, your helmet bangs against the glass as you were staring. And go ahead and take. Oh no! Don't worry about taking anything. Those 2 threat are just fine.
Yeah.
Well, let me guess.
Don't
You're
worry
going to
about
conceal
those.
a vital detail about the situation or environment.
Nope. Her fail to see something concealed plenty. It looks like a wreckage.
Am I the only person looking out a goddamn window in this joint?
It's
You're over there
like
licking
a
the window.
22-year-old wreckage.
Well, then that means y'all should be helping me, since clearly I am on the short bus.
Oh no, I've got a whopping 2 green.
Wrong size. Wrong side.
I had 3.
Jeff, what is your?
Let me take a look. I've got 3 green and a yellow.
There you go. Oh, now he's going to flip a dark.
He's fucking determined.
Threaten me with a rank, will you?
Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Wow.
What would you like for your 2 advantage? There's actually something really good I can tell you that's unrelated to the actual thing you were looking at. You got distracted by looking at something shiny.
You were watching me lick the window.
Tell me about the shiny.
You realize that you guys are not alone out here. You notice that the other wreckages that are off to a distance away from you guys actually have salvage crews working on them. You see some guys with some small vehicles chopping some stuff up. So your guys are not technically alone out here.
I will point that out to people.
Well, that's nice.
We're
How
not
about we start
alone now.
focusing on the ship we're trying to get to?
Why don't
Squirrel.
you focus on this ship we're trying to get to? You
Squirrel.
focus up, buddy.
You'll see
I'm
it
not the
just
one with the
fine
skill
once you
points in
dock.
it.
Neither are we.
I shoot
We're
things.
just are doing our best.
All right. I'll do a
All right, let me make
computer's
a.
scan on it.
What's the worst that can happen when you're looking out a window, man?
Okay, go ahead and make
I've
your
got 2 green.
computers.
I'm going to be looking out a bulkhead.
You got a success, so shut your mouth.
You got
that was
a
Dave, not me.
success.
Oh, that was Dave.
Here, my roll would have looked more like that. So
it looks just like mine.
So, any specific things on the sensors when you're scanning this thing you would like to know with your 1 success?
I'm scanning predominantly to where we're going and docking, in the immediate area of the docking ring and everything.
Okay. One funky thing you're seeing on the sensors is the airlock is powered up and working. It looks like somebody probably repaired it, you think, because it's got full power there. It's got the little landing lights blinking, and you can sense on the other side of the airlock it has a survivable atmosphere.
Okay.
excellent.
But you notice that going past like the 20-meter mark away from it, like left and right from that airlock, air and power is very sporadic, and there seems to be some kind of like disconnect with the energy in the area there.
Okay.
Like power abruptly stops.
And
And
I'm
you totally
taking a
get
strain.
the energy source of this protocol droid hanging out the outside, holding on to the handle of the airlock, and its finger jammed in the control pad, and the magnetic boots on the little landing there, and the thing looks at you with its photoreceptors blinking on your camera.
Sweet Jesus.
And I turn away. No. Kidding.
And as the ship turns away, and he just self-destructs. I'm doomed.
So I will move on in.
Okay. So as you guys get closer to the wreckage, you see little bits and pieces of the ship that have fallen off. Little explosive decompression or so may have happened at some point recently, or who knows how long this thing's been here waiting to be stripped. Go ahead and give me your piloting check.
I'm going in. I'm on the gun, by the way.
Too late, Jim.
Go ahead and give me that back. I got your upgrade in there.
I knew you had it coming, so I was going to beat you to it. I really don't want to bang up my ship.
I mean, I didn't think you'd want to tear the ship up on the way in. That's just me.
All right. Ready?
Yep. Like a breeze, you come up to that airlock and you can easily connect on it if in you're so choosing to do that.
Sure.
And is there anything you'd like for your advantage?
Blue to the next person to do anything going in.
If it helps, I'll also let you use it if you remember to have a blue for escaping.
Oh, sure.
If
That'll
that's
work.
something that you might want.
Sure, that'll work. That's a good one.
You're giving yourself a good clear escape vector. And immediately over the ship's comms, you hear the droid go, "Thank the makers! My backup has arrived!" Do you have a
And
handy charging port just in case?
then we show the pirate flag out the window. No.
Right?
All of a sudden,
Kidding.
this LED screen on the side of the ship flashes from Mandalorian flag to pirate flag.
Just kidding.
By the maker, I'm going to die.
All
With that
right, well,
whining
you're
echo,
all
you
safe
just
now.
might.
All
You
right.
guys open your side of the airlock?
Yep. Everybody
As soon as
ready?
you do, are you all kitted out?
Yep.
As soon as you guys open your side of the airlock, the droid looks at you all slightly haggard as this very gunmetal gray protocol droid with lots of modifications and weld marks on his body looks at you and says, "Oh, by the maker, I'm glad the master has sent you here."
How's he looking? Has he taken any shots or anything?
No, he hasn't taken any damage recently, but it looks like he's had his fenders, buffed out a few times,
Mm-hmm.
but not really like from combat, but just accidents and the occasional, explosion. And he does look heavily modified from a standard protocol droid. Like one of his hands is definitely been borrowed from a slicing droid because it's got all the slicing toys on it. And the
Oh,
other
nice.
hand's got a few working tools hidden in it. You can see a little buzzsaw attachment on the fingertip, slightly concealed.
You good with computers? To the droid.
Good with computers. You might say, I am one. And he puts the one free hand on his hip, for
All
a brief
fancy.
second.
Good. So you're coming with us. Keep your mouth shut.
Unfortunately, I'm supposed to stay here per the master, and hits a button on the monitor, and this little yellow caution hologram pops up, showing the claim number for the salvage of the ship.
Mm.
I am to secure the claim, so if my new organic friends are accidentally terminated by being decompressed or encountering who knows what crawls through this wreckage, the claim that this was a derelict ship will never be made because
Fine.
I am
Can
here
you
as a proxy.
stop talking, droid? Fine. Can you give us a schematic of the ship?
Unfortunately, I don't have a full schematic of the ship, but he does gesture you over to the monitor and brings up a partial schematic
Mm-hmm.
of what here's what we have been able to discover so far. The first salvage crew managed to last 4 days before something happened to them. Unfortunately, they were so deep in the ship, I had no access to them except through my long range communications pack. And you realize he's got one of those big radio backpacks, which is how he's able to contact his master.
Got it.
Had they been able to locate, and I'm assuming it's engineering, Jim, or wherever we can restore central power to the rest of the ship from?
Exactly. The first crew was making great headways in getting connections reestablished on the ship. But unfortunately, on day 3, we had an abrupt disruption of communications across the ship, and I unfortunately lost communications with them. The ship seemed to have suffered some malfunctions and had some issue with the reactor core, according to their last transmissions.
All right, so I guess we're going to make our way toward the reactor core, yes? What about the second crew?
The second crew, they only lasted, unfortunately, 2 days. They advised there was some internal damage in the ship that caused the immediate disconnect of our communications on board. But unfortunately, they sounded very vague in their mechanical skills and what their assessments were. Unfortunately, the last communication I had, and immediately the vocator turns and you hear basically a recording of somebody getting a lot of hiss and static that they're saying something something something, not ship, not droids. And he tried to communicate to me and called me a droid, and it hurts my servos.
All right.
It's highly unlikely anything organic is on the ship, but the second team did say that when they scanned the ship, they still showed signs that some of the team from the first group had to have been alive on board.
Well, I had to.
Roger. We'll keep an eye out for them.
Excellent, excellent. My master would not want to have to pay out the death benefits for any of her employees.
Yeah, she already has.
Oh my.
Anyway. So, Jim, do we have a map?
We do not actually have a map at the moment.
Okay, so what are we looking at for exits from this room?
Basically, once you're ready, he will open the airlock because he's basically been talking in your side of the ship. And when he opens the airlock, this fresh air hits you as he looks at you and says, "Yes, thankfully the salvage crew brought much fresh air, so you will be able to enjoy, at least in the immediate vicinity, this fresh air my master provided. Please breathe deeply. I've been told it is very, very pleasant."
Is anybody else not trusting this spot?
Not at all. And
Okay.
What?
just
Nobody brought a restraining bolt just in case?
I'm just happy our suits are sealed. That's all I have to say.
Yeah,
Yes, you
I'm
guys
not.
have about 10 minutes of air each time you seal the suit.
Yep.
Actually, some of us just might have 2 restraining bolts.
So
Well,
you guys,
I mean, sometimes a bounty hunter's target is a droid, not a human being.
Not a person. True that.
And
This
so
is
I got
true.
stun cuffs and restraining bolts.
I mean, I do think that he is being sincere with having to stay here to maintain the claim on the ship. We don't have to worry about him like being a stalker assassin, but I don't exactly trust him to be providing valuable information. So anyway, he opened up the door. We've got fresh air. What is the next room looking like?
And
When
I'm
you
going
guys-
to, before that, I'm going to lock our ship down.
Yep.
Using your computer skills as the difficulty for any shipjackers?
Yeah, not that it'll help against him, but just in case, at least I'll know it's been tripped.
Yeah,
As
before
you
stepping
guys-
through, we'll probably let the droid know. If anyone does try to take claim of the ship or access our ship, radio us immediately.
Oh, excellent. Please provide your radio communication frequency. You have mine, but I did not have yours.
Oh, I guess I'll provide him mine.
Like,
Okay.
share it with him.
Because you've just ship for friends already, so.
And this isn't an open channel, by the way. I don't expect chatter.
Oh, excellent. If I get any information, I will update you immediately.
That is not what I said, droid. You must have a death wish.
And if at any point you're able to reestablish ship-wide connections, I can use my connection to the airlock here to communicate with you on board as well as through the channel you have provided me.
Great.
All right, onward.
Onward, yep.
And quick question, do you all have his communications channel, just in case?
I gave him mine. So yes, I do.
I got
Okay.
people that know people, so we're good.
You're like, I'm good. I don't need that droid in my ear.
Exactly.
I sense there will be a forbidden moment where he wishes he had that number.
Jeff, Kelly.
I can call my team.
He doesn't
I'm
need
assuming we can only
Was that a
hope
yes,
he's with
Kelly,
the
or
party.
no?
me. No,
He
I did not give mine to him.
Okay. Jeff, yes
Okay,
or no?
No, I think it doesn't need all of ours.
Okay.
excellent.
So me and Golda.
The primary and the
So,
backup. That's
as
sufficient.
you guys step on the station, you see these beautiful bright lights. This very well preserved section of corridor looks nice, going about 10 meters one direction and 10 meters the other direction. And after those 10 meters each way, the lights get a little more flickery, a little more jittery. The walls seem to have some crumple zones going in them. Which direction are you going when you get on board? Are you heading to the left or to the right?
Did we identify which direction the first team went in?
The first team was going both directions, but if you'd like, and he gives you a rough directions on how Team One got to the engineering floor.
That's what we're trying to do. Yep.
I was going to say, I would say we probably want to head engineering direction, which I'm assuming as a mechanic and pilot type, I would have a general idea of where we need to go on a ship, I would hope.
Well, I have a question. I mean, I guess I would have asked this previously, but like, there's the average ship configuration. Everybody, like people, yes, you get your ship modified and you do special things to make your ship only your ship. But I mean, there are certain places that things are supposed to be in general. When we have tried to obtain a blueprint or a map of the general way this particular type of ship is set up.
Well, I mean, we could have, but nobody thought to ask that question before we came out here. So,
All right.
And it's a 30-year-old ship. That might have been too much work to worry about.
I'm assuming this is like capital ship, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a big ship.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Back is engines, front cockpit. Well, not necessarily even. Actually, cockpit could just be up and to the back if it was a Death Star. But most of the other ships, yeah, cockpit's front, engineering
Anyway,
somewhere towards the back.
we are going in the direction toward engineering. And there was silence.
Which we have no idea which way that is because we didn't bother checking. Okay.
No, the droid just told us that the rough direction was this way to get to the engineering floor.
The droid gave you really rough directions, and the description from the salvagers of they had to cut through this bulkhead and drop down this floor, so that he gave you basically vague enough directions that you should be able to follow their path as long as somebody can make a vigilance check. That won't be a problem. But as you guys are heading down in the corridor, is there anything specifically you're doing?
What's our order of movement?
Go ahead, Golda.
What's our order of movement? What configuration are we in? I know we're not just blundering down this street like a bunch of fools. Like, we have an order that we move in.
Are you going single file, spaced out?
I mean, what's wide's the corridor?
It is a beautiful 12-foot wide corridor. This thing is massive.
So, Golda, since you're melee, are you comfortable with being towards the front?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got actually pretty good skill with long range, so I probably want to be more towards the back of the group.
Yeah, long range.
I'm fine towards the front because my weapon helps to enhance her melee. So,
and Jeff can take up the middle.
I was gonna
So
say,
we'll do a 2-1-2 pattern.
Yeah.
I feel
Beautiful.
very protected that way.
As you
Very
should.
protective. Kelly, are you in the back?
Yes.
Yeah, just use
Yes, because
like
long
sniper
range
type.
is
Okay.
I'll totally say, like, here's the corridor you're heading, and you're heading to the left for engineering. As, like I said, after you guys, it's beautiful bulkhead here. You can space yourselves out however you like down the corridor.
we supposed to be looking at something? Because
The green
we
box,
can
Just
I'm
do it on
assuming?
the top right corner of the grid there.
Yep, there's a
Didn't even get a new screen.
teal square.
I'm scrolling over.
So you guys are spread out. You're walking down the corridor. Like I said, after you go about 10 meters, it goes from immaculate floor and ceiling and lights to all of a sudden there's crumple zones where there's panels that have been knocked down. There seems to be different kinds of damage inside the corridor here. You get a feel that it might be leaking atmosphere, but not like at a dangerous level. There's just that slight pressure of air feel that changes. Is anyone doing anything of importance as you guys are walking down the hallway following the directions?
Well,
Right.
As
Which
if-
way are we headed? Are we headed this way?
The direction that we're in formation for, which is
Are you
you
fucking
and I
Yeah,
kidding
in
so
the
me?
we would
We're
front.
be
in
going
an
that way.
even box. There is no specific anything. We're going that way.
Wait.
Thank you.
Yes.
we're going that
in the
way.
front, so we're going that way.
Since
Well,
our
I was
melee person is
I was
there,
not with the
assume.
group, so I wanted to set myself properly.
Okay.
So, Jim, how prevalent, because we're supposed to be keeping an eye out for data drives and weapon cores. I'm guessing those are only going to be where key systems are, like in engineering and the bridge.
Yeah, those would most likely be in key positions. They wouldn't just be in like any old corridor for the most part.
Okay, so we're not going to have to be combing for them while we're going down corridors. All right, cool.
Okay.
So yeah, I think we're advancing to the next bulkhead, and if it's open, we're checking to see what the other side looks like. If it's closed, we're going to deal with that when we find out we're at a closed bulkhead.
And
Okay,
happen
so
upon a
somebody
scanner of some kind, might want to pick that up. Since
somebody at
nobody
the
thought to
front of the
get one.
group give me a vigilance check then.
I'm 2 yellow.
I'm 1 yellow, 1 green. So go ahead and do it.
All right. Ready?
Yep. As you guys start transitioning out of the lit up area, you're seeing that it's like the place is definitely looking like shit. Like there was maybe some small arms fire or some kind of weird damage on the inside here. And you clearly are finding the path that many workers were using multiple times. And you see it comes up to like there's 2 doors. And you can clearly see the door that's not been opened and the door that's been opened multiple times. You totally hit the button and it opens. And you guys step on through to a dark-ish corridor because all these corridors from now on basically have really hit or miss, sketchy office lighting, flickering horribly. Thank God for your visors.
I was just going to say, reminder to everyone, you have -2 black due to darkness.
Yep.
And as you guys come in the first bulkhead and you close the door, you see that there's a small pile of where folks left supplies. It looks like water and food and some extra air tanks. A
Can
couple
those air
power
tanks be
packs
hooked
for
up to our suits?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
They're meant for folks wearing cheap vacuum suits.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Which,
I'm
by
sure I
the
could.
way, there is a cheap vacuum suit folded up on the pile of supplies.
I'm
Yeah.
sure I could modify a connection, but
If you want a mechanic to your armor, you could try.
no, modify the tank and the hose too,
Right.
not the armor.
Yeah, no, I won't be giving up my armor for some vac suit.
Nope.
You may as well be asking for me to skin myself.
trying to learn armor. Part
A
of your
vacuum
religion.
suit is not the way.
Right.
Okay. So it definitely looks like these salvagers have been doing work in here. There's panels that have been removed. You can see some components have been piled up. Other things have been worked on. You see there's one data pad built into the wall that's flickering pretty consistently that you can see that it's connected to the system, even though it's showing like 9 out of 10 bars are saying error, but it's actually up and running as a tablet.
Dizo, that's all Greek to me. Is there anything you think we can do that'll fix systems and get power further ahead of us?
Let me take a look. We'll see what I can do with this thing. See if I can get any additional info or adjust anything.
To mechanics or computering?
Computers. Gonna see what
Okay,
I
so you're
can.
going up to the computer pad?
Yep.
Okay, hold on just a sec. I'm gonna want 2 rolls. Oh, okay. Go ahead and make your first roll.
I figured I'd get there before you did.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Yep. Oh my
Wow.
god.
What?
That's awesome.
Okay, and now give me your second roll. I'll give you the upgrade for that as well, by the way.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Ouch.
Ouch indeed.
It's broke. It doesn't do shit.
As you try to hit the buttons to make this thing go, and it's like your classic ATM from the 80s where it's just like every time you touch it. And then just as something was going to happen, what would you like for your 3 advantages?
What additional information do I find about the system?
You find for the system, I can give you for those 3 advantages, that this terminal was recently connected to the entire ship. And it was actually shut off by command from the bridge using a CIS tactical commander's code.
Huh. Well, it appears we have some opposition on the bridge.
Should we change course and head there?
Yeah, if they're screwing with shit around, it might not be a bad idea.
Right, because if we get to engineering, and who knows if they can, screw with systems from there, we may be, fighting a losing battle trying to bring up systems that they're just bringing back down. Well, since we know there's opposition there, let's go deal with it first.
Got the head of the snake.
Yep.
All right.
Anyone else disagree?
No, I think that's a sound plan. Get rid of these chuckle folks.
Yep.
All right.
I'm much higher of alert now.
As so you're going to basically backtrack the way you came to head towards the bridge.
Yep.
Bram, keep an eye out for anything out of the ordinary.
Will do.
And as soon as you say that,
Dun,
all
dun,
of a
dun.
sudden, 2 of you in your helmets hear on your private channel, "Oh no, commanders! There might be trouble coming your direction. My sensors have picked up an energy source passing past the airlock you just all entered, and it's heading the direction that you went. Oh my!"
I'll share it with the group. We likely have incoming from the
All
direction of the airlock.
All right.
Should we rotate our positions so now that you 2 are in front again and head back?
Sure.
And conveniently, you do have that door. Did you leave the door open, or did you close the door behind you?
Probably open. I mean, that's okay.
Back in the
And immediately you guys kind of like all turn around because it's just where you just came from through the door that's open. And you guys look and realize that in the hint of darkness, you immediately see a few pairs of glowing photoreceptors coming your direction. Seem to be lumbering kind of off kilter just a bit, not 100% accurate, as your visors immediately correct for the darkness, and you clearly see a group of B1 battle droids. Y'all remember those as kids? Y'all
And I've got
remember
my
their
boom boom
their
on the ready.
horrible Roger voice on the news channels?
Mm-hmm.
So as that happens,
Roll initiative. What are you talking about?
how about y'all give me your vigilance check? That's some pretty good vigilance.
Y'all.
Yeah. Mine sucked. Got some solid rolls in there. Nice.
As your eyes completely adjust to the droids coming in through the small door, and you realize there are 6 pairs of eyes. Once, they stop blinking. Apparently, Roll20 is being very sluggish. Good roll.
I see 3 rolls for the battle droids.
Yeah, I see 3 NPCs.
Was there more than that, Jim?
Nope. That's our initiative.
All right.
Don't mind me. I'm just coming down here to pick up a battle droid.
Gotcha.
Are you planning to stay up in front there, Bram, or did you readjust this with us?
I did not readjust. Stay in the middle.
Okay, and medium range is 4 squares out, by the way, because it's a big corridor that you're in. So who's going first?
Wait, what's short range?
So short is 4 or less.
Okay.
So basically, from one row in front of the front row is short.
Yeah.
And in unison, almost mechanical clockwork unison, they all look at you and just go, Roger, Roger, and lift up their blaster rifles.
Can I shoot one or shoot the one in front?
Go for it.
Type of
Only
thing?
if you wanna. Like I said, did you roll already?
Yeah,
You
No.
used that point.
No, she flipped a die.
I really want to make an impact. Are you ready?
So are you doing anything or just shooting from the hip?
You know what? Hold on. Where's my precise aim? Once per round, may perform a precise aim maneuver, suffer strain up to ranks in precise aim, and reduce the target's melee and range defense by that number. So I'm going to take 2 strain.
Okay.
And I'm going to. Oh, wait a minute, that's supposed to go up.
Decrease their.
And decrease their with the precise aim. But I still get to shoot, right?
Yeah. Basically, you're taking out their defense if they have one.
Since you didn't move, you should also aim, Kelly.
Yeah, I'm going to aim as well. Aim and precise aim. Okay, you ready?
Nope, not yet. Okay, now I'm ready.
And I'm going to crit.
Okay. So the first 3 are kind of lined up beautifully for you. So what is your total damage?
So that would be 12, 13, 14. But it's also crit.
Okay, so I can tell you, with damage alone, your blast goes through 2 of them and takes 2 of them out in one shot. If you crit, you will take out all 3 in one shot.
I'll take out all 3 in one shot.
And that still gives
and
you
then I'll
one
take back
advantage.
a strain. And then I'll take back 1 strain.
As you guys see her whip up her new white rifle, it has a glimmer of anime shine on it. And what does it look like when you destroy all 3 of the first ones that are coming?
So, of course, it's an energy weapon. So the blue bolt first basically goes right through their heads and sparking and igniting, and all 3 just collapse at the exact same time. But their bodies still kind of twitch from the energy coursing through them. And they made a terrible
They all fall backwards.
They all fall to pieces.
Yeah, they clatter. And as a free action, I'm going to say, I had a thought of something, but
no clip. No clip.
Yeah, never mind. Silent but deadly.
Yeah, no, don't say that. That's gross.
No. No. I said never mind. I'm gonna stay silent but deadly.
Okay.
So Jim, are we seeing a third bogey down the hall?
Not yet. No. Nobody has.
Nobody has perceived it.
Nobody has gone against any stealthiness to look past the 6 glowing orbs coming at you in military formation, going Roger, Roger.
That's kind of creepy because they're much more Roger, Roger.
Yeah, they're a little run down apparently.
So who's going next?
Does somebody else want to shoot something? All y'all shooty types?
I mean, I'm very excited to shoot something, but I'd love to see what else is on the field first. So if we can take out the little itty bitties.
You got looks like a shot at the others.
You could always do a vigilance or a perception to see what else is happening.
I mean, screw it.
What you blatantly see is the battle droids coming after you with murderous intent.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and I'll blast the murder bots.
Can you match her?
I mean, I don't have the knock their dice off, but I can I can easily match her in terms of damage, and I'm going to go ahead and true aim. So give me a blue and an upgrade.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm shooting said group of peoples.
Okay,
Already?
you saw your teammate Twi'lek took that shot, and you're just like, okay, I gotta be able to do this good. I bought a new gun too. She's not the only one that got a new gun.
Okay, here we go.
Wow.
So 14 points of damage, Pierce 4. Let's go ahead and crit them. And for that triumph, I mean, I'm going to be a little meta here because, we know that there's another bad guy out here, but they shoot and don't necessarily do any damage to the other guy, but they reveal his position.
I will totally give that to you as you shoot these guys, and part of the excitement of what is it like when you obliterate them with your heavy blaster rifle? Now that she has her own name.
So Metzalai is a tri-barrel blaster rifle. So, and since there's 3 of them, I just let off a short burst of bret and mow through all 3 of them. And they're in their death falls. They manage to like I said, shoot and at least reveal the position of the last remaining bad guy.
And kind of what it is this Doug immediately screams when you two in 2 shots mow down his entire small army of battle droids. As he's like, inconceivable! Mandalorians! What? As you see this Doug in a spacer's work overall suit, only he's got not quite work overall clothing. His armor's more of a patchwork armor, and damn, I just realized how many of his abilities he didn't get to use, as he has a modified blaster carbine on his possession.
Based on how we dealt with his battle droids, a not so dangerous Doug.
Poor bastard. I was
Should have
hoping his
brought.
vigilance would have given one of the droid groups a chance to do
Should
something.
have brought more of them.
So who's going next? Because we still have one more turn before any of the NPCs go.
Yeah, I'll get them softened up in case somebody wants to run forward. Oh. Make sure what. Yeah, let's see.
This Doug is a humanoid, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's basically Sebulba from the first movie.
Yeah, they
Okay.
walk on their hands and shoot with their feet.
That's great.
All right, I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, are you gonna spend some strain to aim?
Sure, why not? What the hell?
I try to get you to spend those resources quick.
Ready?
Yep, your pool is ready. Give it the freeze ray. Oh Jesus!
So that's 10
Freeze
Pierce
ray.
5. And
Pierce 5. That's murder.
yeah.
So what is your total damage?
Total's 10.
And with Pierce 5. Ugh.
Yeah.
Or should I
When
say,
making.
brr.
Of course, it's all stun damage, so it's
So you glaze this guy with frosts. He's not down, but he is covered with freeze ray. His blaster's got some frost crystals growing on it. His face has got some, his dangly little jowl bits are just frozen solid. He looks like it would take just a breath and he could shatter.
Nice. Well, with 3, I'll knock him down, and I'll take 2 strain back.
as he slips on the frozen feetsies and totally falls prone. Seeing as he walks on his hands, that's kind of ironic, that is. Tries to catch himself with his feet and slides and smashes to the ground. And
he fell flat on his feet.
Right?
as he is not happy. His entire army just got decimated. He had all these cool things that lets his folks do stuff when he gets a turn, which he never got.
Yeah. He should have checked who his targets were first.
Right?
As he's just gonna look up at you with hate in his frost-covered eyebrows and eyes, and on the ground he's gonna shoot at you.
At me?
At you! You are the closest target, and he doesn't have some cool see in the dark ability. He's gonna shoot the first moving shape he can see. So
Got
what
one
is
defense.
your range defense?
Uno.
Just one? Okay, so it's gonna be 2. He'll go ahead and aim rather than get up on his feet.
You mean on his hands?
Yeah, that too. And he'll totally do that, so I get accused of trying to crit you again. As he shoots you with his blaster that has accurate 1. As a little green sighting laser that's actually like a ranged tool laser that's been modified to his weapon points out and touches your breastplate with pure light. Wow.
Wow.
Pretty bad since I put the upgrade in the wrong category there, didn't it?
Oh.
I actually gave him a red instead of a yellow. So
if you want to reroll, I mean, I don't
no,
want to cheat you.
He's gonna hit you for 12 points of damage. No. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Math is power.
All right.
13 before soak is his sighting laser cued in just right on you. You know, that little frost you made in the air left a beautiful smoky trail to let everyone see the laser.
Okay.
And he just snarls at you and says, "You can't take what's ours." And who's going next?
That would be
Who's starting
me.
at the top?
I haven't gone
Well,
yet. It'll be me.
Yeah, me neither. So
Little.
half the group hasn't gone yet.
You want to go, Bram?
sure. That way, if you go in there with your, throwing hands, I don't want to accidentally hit you.
You go.
Okay. Well, I will aim at the not so dangerous Doug, and I'm not moving. I'm going to aim.
Okay, and you're at medium range, right?
What it looks like.
I think he picked a very bad fight.
Yeah.
He's going to use that gift of being prone to help him out with that 1 black dice. Okay, your pool is ready. Oh, it's a bad day to be the Doug.
Yeah. 9 points of damage.
10 points of damage. As you
9.
reach up, you see the Doug squirming on the ground there, and you line up that sight. You take 1 strain. What does it look like when you execute the bastard on the ground?
Yeah.
Well, I think he's just, he's getting ready to fire again, and that shot, basically, he's gets it, up and then face full of blaster.
As his big muzzle on his Doug face just explodes because it's half frozen.
Yeah.
little bits of frozen Dougie mixed with the absolutely destroyed B1 battle droids.
Yep.
I've heard rumor they're supposed to be pretty tough, but not
I think that refers to if you try to eat them.
They're kind of stringy.
First one I've run into. Wasn't impressed.
Because in combat, definitely not.
Okay, so Chaff, what do you do?
While all of this, while all this shooting has been going on, I've been looking around, like watching behind us, trying to see with the flashes of lights if it's illuminating any further threats coming at us that we are trying to sneak up on us.
Do me a favor and give me a vigilance or perception. Dealer's choice.
Okay, give me a sec.
And it's nice because your visor takes away any of the concealing darkness that would help them.
And I don't know that it necessarily has an impact here. Just a sec. Where'd it go? Jesus, I was looking at it just a second ago. My race gives me an ability with seeing in low light as well. Infravision.
Yep.
Special abilities, infravision, just have adapted to be able to see in both the infrared and normal visual spectra. This enables CHIS characters to remove up to 1 black added to checks by lighting conditions.
Yep.
So I don't know if that impacts what I'm doing here, but I thought I would just tell you.
You remove 3 blacks instead of 2 blacks.
All right. And it was vigilance, or what was the other one? Perception?
Vigilance or perception.
All right. Are my dice, are the dice right?
Your dice pool is ready.
All right. Great. I can't see shit.
You saw nothing. It's clear.
You see reflection from the blasters going off and the exploding droids, the freeze ray, and your buddy Diesel getting shot in the chest. And there's lots of shiny surfaces reflecting the blaster colors. And yes, eventually I'm going to totally have you guys tell me what the color of your blaster bolts look like, because I just thought of that. But there doesn't seem anything besides the flickering screen that your friend tried using, and apparently he says it's broke as he tapped the broken cracked screen and it crunched a little. It doesn't seem to be anything at the moment that's calling out to you as threatening or going to burst out of the darkness at any moment. You feel very safe as the, Doug's broken pieces stop sliding across the floor.
And I'll take a second to stim back.
And then immediately you, 2 of you, I should say, instead of all of you here. Oh my, please tell me you're okay. Was my warning sufficient to give you time to protect yourselves?
It was, thank you.
I am pleased that I was able to assist. I was built to serve.
So these guys came from the direction of the protocol droid.
They basically
Yes.
walked past the airlock you guys bordered with.
Yeah, so they came from front of the ship.
Does the protocol droid have a restraining bolt on them?
No.
And he did warn you, but apparently some of you didn't tell the rest of you about that.
I did.
So he doesn't.
No, he does not.
We're
not worried about it. He is a robot. They were probably detecting us as life forms.
We were playing with the panel. That's what the despair was.
Yep.
And we already know that we're not alone on the ship because there were multiple windows that were lit up as we were flying in.
Yeah. Well, I told you there was some kind of command presence that I detected with information. So That's why we're going to the bridge now.
Yep.
And
Trekking
you
on
guys
down the
rolled some-
hallway toward the bridge, Jim.
You guys rolled some threats, so people looked out the windows at the right moment. Okay, so you guys go walking over the corpses of the droids and the Doug.
Well, let's check the Doug to see if he has anything significant on him.
Oh, I was hoping.
Like possibly a key or anything like that, or control panel, like
Gear,
badging.
yeah, any of that kind of stuff.
So, in fact, the Doug does have as you guys go feeling him up around his neck, he's got a command badge for the CIS, the Separatist Army. Basically, and you look at what's left of his face and the badge, and it definitely looks like his face was printed on a fresh, brand new commander card that seems to be a biometric scanner card. You know, you put the card in, it takes a picture of your face and knows that you are you.
Hmm.
And somebody's typing something as you pull the cord around his neck because he's using some frayed wires as the lanyard for his ID badge. Acquired commander card. True.
Indeed. We will take that.
Yep.
And does anyone want to give me a vigilance check?
Anyone
I
higher
can
than
make it 3-0.
anyone higher than 2 yellow?
Oh, that's what I got. So 2 yellow, go for it. Somebody.
I'll do
Oh, somebody wants an upgrade.
Yep.
Spinning it like it's 9 o'clock. I like it.
it. Yep. Ready?
Or close to.
Go for it when you're ready.
Nice.
Okay. You do find he does have, when you give him a quick pat down, he's got a data stick. Obviously, it's a banking data stick, so it's got credits on it. In the future, you can just write down now, but in the future, you'll find out it's got about 800 credits on the stick, as well as you get a short range communications device. You know, one of the little salt shaker looking ones.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That's what I was hoping for. We can listen in on their comms.
And take a point of strain. And as you pick up the
Worth
comm,
it.
do you turn it on? Do you thumb it on, or do you keep it turned off? Because it's currently in the off position.
Yes, we will totally thumb it on.
Okay.
By we, I mean I, because I'm the one who picked it up, I guess. Yep.
As soon as you do, you hear the comm crackle to life.
Crackle, crackle.
Crackle, crackle,
And as it
crackle.
crackles to life, you hear this very mechanical voice say, "This is T497, current designation Classway. You have invaded my vessel organics. You will be terminated, or you will serve. Long live the separatists!"
Until we restrain bolt you.
All security forces, eliminate, eliminate, eliminate!
Are they Derelics or what?
as, as
Exterminate.
you ominously look around and realize there's security cameras with little red beepy lights that have been looking at you this whole time.
I look at the closest one and I flip it off.
And as the camera spins around from the point of view of the camera scene, you give it the classic Flash Gordon fist, but with a finger sticking up. That's a good place to wrap it up there.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
You hear from the droid food. That was
How many yummy
How-
experience points did we get?
You guys made it onto the boat. You bought your gear. You've gotten to use your fancy, flashy gear. You've had some great rolls. You've had some bad rolls. You guys get 10 experience.
Yes. That is exactly
guys
how
are-
much I needed for my next purchase.
And you guys are heading to the bridge.
Dedication. I'm sorry, go ahead, Jim.
And you guys are headed to the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
C.
I'm just
Yes.
asking and typing it out so I can put it there for you for next time so you remember. And this way, since I know which way you're going, you can totally have a battle map ready for that.
Excellent.
Right?
As outside the camera sees the droid at the airlock going, "Oh dear."
Oh, don't fret, dude.
Oh my. We're going to die. We're doomed.
Yeah, they don't seem bent on killing droids.
Nope.
But life?
Golda, what are you excited for? Oh, Murderbot. Yeah, I don't have Apple TV, so.
because Murderbot's coming
Yeah.
out, yeah.
I am so excited.
It's
So
Murderbot and a Skarsgård.
I'm not excited about that. Like I'm sure he's gonna be fine, but his voice isn't like right for me, but that's okay. I'm still super excited.
It's funny.
Yes,
and if you want to
Murderbot
log
will
into
definitely
Apple
be
TV,
fine.
Jim and Kelly, like we can hook up and I can, like you can tell the system to send a code and I can tell you the code to type in so you can log in.
Okay. We'll wait till a couple of episodes are probably loaded before that. That week we can just binge it.
All right, I have a flight tomorrow, so I have to finish packing. So I'm.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
All right.
yeah,
be
I've got to
safe.
drive
Safe
down to
travels.
Nogales tomorrow morning. So safe travels,
Yep.
Jeff.
All right.
Safe
Yeah.
travels
Okay.
to both you guys.
See you next week.
All right, later,
Yep,
guys.
yep. Later,
There's-
gang.
Bye.
Bye, guys.